Give me 1 second, guys. We'll just share this round in a sec, just to give the guys a bit of a... Give me 1 sec, guys. I'm just going to share this round to Thursday Night Racing Leagues. There we go. Good to go. So yes, guys, good evening and welcome to Thursday Night Racing League. This is round number 2 of the GT3 Championship on the PlayStation 4. And you're probably thinking, is that Hopper's back in the commentary box? Yes, it is, guys. How are we doing? It's been a while. It has been probably since you last saw me. We had technically a lot of things have gone on in the background. Obviously, I decided to step down after the end of the Porsches as well as the GT4s due to work commitments, but unfortunately I'm free. Well, fortunately tonight I am free to do a one-off for the 2 sprint races here at Silverstone for the Thursday Night Racing League, and it is good to be back. It has been a while. I believe round number 1 at Monza was a bit of a technical sort of palaver, but it is now round number 2 here at Silverstone. It is season 4 of the GT3s, and I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what's going to happen tonight. There is at the moment 13 cars on the grid. I believe there's meant to be 17 cars tonight, so we'll go through who's here and who isn't at the moment. But yeah, it's good to be back. It feels a bit weird, to be honest, but personally I said to Luke, who runs the Thursday Night Racing League, I said I'm free tonight, do you want a stream? Because I believe they were going to struggle to get a commentator for this evening. I thought, well, why not? Why don't we have the one and only and the legendary and of course the expert for Thursday Night Racing League, myself, to jump in and do the commentary for a one-off. We'll see how well tonight goes. I may be back on future Thursdays. It will all depend though on, obviously, like I say, work commitments, but for the time being I am back. And yeah, there's 2 40-minute sprint races. It was 30 back in the day for I believe it was season 3 or season 2, I can't remember top of my head, but it's now gone up to 40 minutes, and it's going to be 2 40-minute sprint races. I have a rumour that the weather gods are going to throw a bit of rain, if I remember rightly. Maybe a bit of rain in the air, not too sure when it's going to make an appearance, but it is going to be probably hit and miss. But you know, it's a pleasure to be back. It is quite interesting. I hope you guys can actually hear me on stream. If you can't, please do let me know. Don't be offended to say, Hoppers mate, can you please turn the volume up a bit?
1 second, guys.
There we go. I am heard on stream. I've just heard myself, so I'm all good. But yeah, if you are new to the stream, or if you are watching the stream and you're thinking, you know, how many likes do we need tonight? Well, please can you give us, if you are watching the stream, a massive 15 likes. It will help us out a lot. It looks at the moment Stefano Marchetto, reigning champion, believe it or not, in the GT4s, but he is back within a new car. He's in the Lexus RCF, the underrated machine as I call it. Don't know why I find it underrated. I think because hardly anyone uses it, or it's just not the car that most people would pick. But he is here trying to go and win that title yet again, to see how well he does. He's going to be setting the pace at the moment in qualifying, with not qualifying, free practice rather, with a 158.96. Yeah, 96. No, it's not. It's to 986. I do apologise, I couldn't read then. But it's going to be very close. Luke is not far behind in the McLaren then. Looks like he's gone for the Gulf colours in the... he's actually now pipped Stefano to the top spots in free practice with 158.905. So seems that the McLaren seems to be very quick around here. Luke likes it round here. It's obviously going to be very close to see what he's going to do tonight. You know, he's going to be thereabouts. Is he going to be able to stop the rot of Stefano trying to get a race win? I'm not too sure exactly what happened at Monza, because they had, I believe it was technical issues with the lobby, with what was going on. A lot of things, but it's very good to be back. You've got, like I say, you got RCR JDM. Not too sure who he is. He's new to me, so I do apologise if I get your name wrong. But he is in the Mercedes. It is going to be very quick to see how well he does. He's currently third. But then you've got RCR John in the Ukrainian style livery McLaren, which is going to be very interesting to see how well he does tonight with that. Then you've got JMR in his trusty Bentley. We'll see how well he can do. But speaking of JMR, he's just commented on the stream. Evening mate, how's it going? Good to be back, I tell you that. It feels a bit weird though, but you know, it's going to be very interesting because, like I say, you got two 40-minute sprint races tonight, which is going to be over in a flash. But 11 minutes of free practice left. Then I believe I'm just going to check the time for the details for qualifying. It is a 10-minute qualifying. It is not a 15-minute like it was. And then obviously qualifying 2 is just a short 5-minute qualifying for that. For race number 2, so there is 2 qualifying sessions, but one is a 10 and one is a 5-minute. So that would be, I think, race number 2's qualifying session is going to be touch and go. It may, you know, depending on how quick you can put the hammer to the floor and obviously push on. You've got Yuri in the number 5 Ferrari. He's tested the Ferrari, I believe, quite a few times. You got Lee Fitzy out on track somewhere. There he is in the Bentley. So there's quite a few Bentleys. Then you've got RCR. I believe that is RCR Pay 8th, I believe. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I do apologise. I will try and familiarise myself with names if I do commentate again. He's in the blue and sort of lime green McLaren. So it's going to be very interesting to see how well he does. Then you got Kaiser in the Lexus. I believe him and Stefano Marchetto are close Italians, so they are going to be thereabouts. We'll see how well he does in the RCF. Then you got Diego in the Ferrari, so it's a 51 Ferrari. It is one of the official paint schemes. Then you've got Axel in the Lexus RCF. There's a few Lexuses, which is quite good to see. It's quite interesting to see how many people have gone for the Lexus RCF, believe it or not. Then you've got Brian Ross in the 62 Ferrari, the blue and yellow Ferrari. It's good to see him back after a bit of a character building, I think it's character building GT4s as well as the Porsche Super Cup. But he is back for hopefully a full season of the GT3, so we'll see what he can do in the 62 Ferrari. Then you got TSR Elvis in the striking purple, red and green Ferrari. It looks very nice indeed. Then you've obviously got Dario in the Bentley, so that's very interesting to see exactly. Like, Dario's gone for the Bentley, but Stefano Marchetto is in the Lexus RCF. Is that a change of car, or is it a change of tactic? It's going to be very interesting to see what is going to happen, but we have got around just under 8 minutes left of free practice then before we get the 10-minute qualifying for race number 1 underway. But yeah, as I say, it is good to be back. It is pretty much very very weird to be back as well. It's been since since 2 weeks ago, since the bit of fun races for me. Since then it's been a bit touch and go, but 3 weeks ago was actually the official final round of the GT4s, so the official proper championships were 3 weeks ago, and it felt really a bit weird after announced I was calling time on commentary, because due to work commitments I'm gonna have to do it when I can. But the guys have allowed me to come back tonight. It is a pleasure to be back. I am happy to be back. I really can't wait to see exactly what's going to happen. And then you got Kakatakos in his Porsche, the faithful Porsche. He's back, and it is going to be fantastic to see exactly what is going to happen tonight for round number 2 of the Thursday Night Racing League GT3 Championship from Silverstone, home of the British Grand Prix. And I'll tell you what, it is going to be epic to see what's going to happen. I think Luke's going to try and push that McLaren. He's just thereabouts on screen with 6.5 minutes to go. Then, so you may think, well, why are they using the old start-finish line? Well, it's probably because GT Racing tends to use the old start-finish line, but I think Luke's just going to abandon that lap and go into pit lane. So there's a lot in. Stefano Marchetto is obviously going to be wanting to push that Lexus RCF. I'm not too sure whether he is in for the Lexus RCF, but it'll be interesting to see exactly what he's going to do for tonight. But he's just pushing it through Maggots and Beckett's at the moment, but we'll see exactly what is going to happen thereabouts. Then you got Samuel in the 93 Audi R8. So it's, I believe, trying to work it out, it's grey, red and green Audi R8. So he's thereabouts. So I believe it is up to 17 drivers, so 5.5 minutes of free practice remaining. What's going to happen then is Stefano going to pip Luke to the top of the tree for free practice, or is he going to be conceding and staying down in second place for the time being? But if you're watching the stream, guys, let us know who you're supporting, who you are cheering on for tonight. It is going to be close. I'll tell you what, you're probably thinking, please don't leave us on a cliffhanger, but it seems to be a lot of interest at the moment to see how quick things are going to go for tonight. As I say, it's 2 40-minute sprint races. May seem a long time, but it is not. But it's going to be very quick to see how close we're going to go then. But it seems at the moment then the McLaren of Luke is currently top of the tree in free practice, 4.5 minutes to go, and it is going to be thereabouts. Let's see who else is out on track. You've got RCR JDM out there at the moment trying to push on, and I believe the Diego's Ferrari was just in the background. No, it was not. I do apologise. It was actually TSR Elvis, so he is thereabouts coming through the newer Grand Prix start-finish line there. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. If the cameras do move around, guys, don't panic. I will try and offer you the variation as we do, as per usual. But it is going to be very close. We'll see exactly what is going to happen tonight. It is looking likely though that we have got, I believe it was 17 signed up, but we've got a big grid tonight. It seems that there was a lot of things to work out, but have we managed to figure out certain bits and pieces? The thing is with Thursday Night Racing League, guys, if you are new to the stream or if you are new to the league, I always say this, even though I'm not commentating as much as I am this season, I believe the PS4 guys, the lobby's full. It's a full grid, which is good to see. It is pretty much how I expected it to be. But if you're on PS5, and I think the PS5 guys have still got room in their lobby, I'm not too sure, but I think both lobbies are literally now near enough full. But you know, if you want to race, head over to that. I don't know if the Discord link's in the description. No, it's not. But if you find what is it on Facebook? Give me 1 second. If you go ACC hyphen TNRL hyphen Thursday night racing PlayStation / PC on Facebook, go over to there, join the group, and tell them the Legend Hoppers sent you over for that, and then obviously they'll send you a link to Discord and join via the Discord, because you know it's going to be mega to see, you know. As I say, I believe that everything is going to be close as you like. You've got 2 minutes left of free practice before they get into the serious first 10 minute. The first 10-minute qualifying. It is not 10 minutes for qualifying number 2. It is 5 minutes. So I must remember that. But it is a quick fire qualifying for race number 2 for the second 40-minute race. It seems that you know, just looking exactly what is happening at the moment, it looks like Luke's trying to push on for that top of the tree. I'm not too sure how the championship pans out because of the abandonment at Monza. So Monza was an endurance race, but unfortunately due to excuse me, lobby issues, within lobby issues at Monza, they couldn't run, so they are going to be running at the end of the season. They go to Silverstone tonight. The PS5 guys are here next week. Then they head off to Hungaroring for I believe, no they don't, they go to Paul Ricard on the 5th of May. So yes, the end of April they go to Hungaroring. The 5th of May, this is for the PS4 guys by the way, then the 5th of May they go to Paul Ricard. Then on the 19th of May they head off to Spa-Francorchamps, the legendary Spa-Francorchamps. I believe that is classed as a sort of like the 24 hours of Spa, so that'll be a cracker. Then they go to Imola, Kyalami, the Nürburgring, and then round up the season. I believe it's rounded up the season at Barcelona Circuit de Catalunya. So it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen for that. But in the meantime, we are getting ready for the first qualifying session of the evening, and it is also so it's going to be very close. Who has commented on the stream? Let's have a look who's commented on the stream. I can't really tell at the moment. That's okay, mate. If you head over there, mate, I will I'm trying to figure out who is who tonight, because some people are new to me, so I do apologise if I get people's name wrong or any PSNs wrong, so I do apologise. But if you are wanting to join, then please do, you know. But it's going to be very close then to see exactly what's going to happen for the 10 minutes of qualifying, because it is going to be a very quick fire qualifying for race number 2, because it's going to be in 5 minutes. 5 minute qualifying. But you know, it's going to be a lot of things. I'm just going to check the driver profiles just to double check, because some people okay, RCR JDM is Nicholas, right? Okay, that's fine. That will help me out massively then. So 10 minutes of qualifying is now to begin, and it's where all the cars, it looks like the McLaren straight away out of pit lane. So while they're out on the outlap, I will try and remember people's. JMR is James, but We know that. That's about it. That's about it that I know. But some of the guys I will know. So JDM is Nicholas, so that will be very interesting. So it'll be very interesting to see exactly what's going to go on. So there's quite a lot of cars still about within pit lane. I think there's about 3 cars now left in pit lane. The rest have jumped out. So it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. And Luke's out there, John's out there. Oscar Plaith, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Please forgive me when people in you, I don't understand. Well, I do understand, but I don't have any real names for certain people. But some people I do know, and some people I don't. But as you can tell, with around 8 minutes and 25 seconds left on the clock, it is going to be someone ran wide going down the Wellington Straight there. But it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. But yes, if you just joined the stream, Hoppers is back for a one-off commentary, and it's good to be back. It is quite weird, but back in my natural habitat. So we've got Kakitakos and of course Brian Ross sat in pit lane. I believe they're going to come out of pit lane in a minute, or Kakitakos is now coming out of pit lane as they go through as the guys start their fast laps as they go out towards Cops and then up through Muggets and Buckets. So it's going to be very close. The white flag's been shown, I think, to Kakitakos just to warn, or to the other guys just to warn that Kakitakos is was slow out of pit lane, but he is there. Luke's gone a bit wide out of Muggets and Buckets. Down the Hanger Straight we go then. I think he's has he got an issue, or is he just letting the faster guys go? So then when it does become a qualifying lap for him, because I know what Luke's like, he likes to hold fire and try and push on. Brian Ross is actually still in pit lane. I don't know whether the Ferrari's got a major issue, but he is thereabouts. But he will be there for quite some time, but could be very interesting. Let's see then what JMR is doing, what James is going to do. He's in the mint green and black and grey Bentley, the trusty Bentley as we call it, because of Stefano Marchetto in season 1 taking it to season 1 crown. So 6.5 minutes left then of qualifying for race number 1. Who is going to get pole position? I don't know whether Brian Ross is just taking it steady or he is just sat in pit lane for some reason. I'm not too sure why, but I'm sure we'll find out in a moment as James gets past Kakitakos to put not a lap on him, but obviously Kakitakos is on a out lap, so he's going to have to be careful. I think Brian Ross now has actually officially now gone out of pit lane with around 6 minutes to go. But RCR John at the moment then with 159.6, but then Stefano Marchetto 158.869. that is exactly roughly his time that he set in free practice, just about. For there, then you've got Plaith, then you've got Lee Fitzy in the Bentley up into 4th, so the Welshman trying to push on. He's probably adapting at home with the Bentley. Not too sure how the guys have adapted to their new cars yet, but I will try and find out at some point if I do come back and commentate. But you've got JMR then up into 5th at the moment with alongside Yuri, Kaiser, Diego, TSR, Elvis. He was officially 9th, he's now 10th because I believe Nicholas has gone up into, of course, 2nd at the moment. So Nicholas in the Mercedes, the trusty Mercedes SLS. Beautiful colour scheme on that car, I must admit, in the 34. Mercedes. It is a Thunder, and it is going to be very interesting to see exactly what is going to happen. But you know, who knows exactly? There's yellow flags somewhere. It looks like to me it was number 6, and it is Dario Di Gennaro, the Italian. He is going to be thereabouts. We'll see what he can do. I believe Dario is making a return to Bentley, so we'll see what Marma's going to do. He is obviously the guy to be reckoned for and tipped for Season 4 Championship in the number 4 Lexus RCF at the moment. Can't have many colour schemes on the Lexus, which is a bit frustrating because, you know, with the ML3 racing livery, he's got a bit of traffic there. He's now down to second because Luke goes fastest with 158.695, so it's only used 0.174 of a second with around 3 minutes and 40 seconds left of qualifying for the first race of the evening. I think it is going to probably count as the first proper race of the season as well, because after issues at Monza for round number 1, so, and it is the first sprint race of the first sprint races of the season as well. So Luke is coming out of pit lane. He's just waiting for the traffic to go. I think he's just thinking, right, I'm going to try and power my way out. The only downside now, he's joined behind TSR Elvis at the moment, so it seems to be a lot of issues there. But Nicholas goes pole position then with a 158.545, so it's a 0.150 of a gap between him and Luke at the moment. So JDM rather, RCR JDM currently on to pole position, and so it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen with around just roughly 2.5 minutes to go. Could easily be equally matched. Would it be able to see what is going to happen, because we are around quite a very technical part of Silverstone, going down towards the Wellington Straight as TSR Elvis gets out the way of traffic there. So 2 minutes to go then. Are they going to be able to get another flying lap in? Because I know for a fact Luke is on a out lap. Is he going to be able to do it though? Is he going to be pushing on, or is he going to have to settle for second place, even third, if Marma gets back up into that rhythm? Where is he? He is currently going through Maggotts and Beckett, so it's going to be very interesting to see what he does. Dario Kakatakos and of course Brian Ross are yet to set times. JMR thundering his way out of pit lane. He ain't going to get enough time though to get another lap in. He's currently 6th at the moment, so he's going to have to push on. Marma's still 3rd at the moment. Plaith in, of course, 4th at the moment. John in 5th. JMR 6th. Lee Fitzy 7th now. So it's quite interesting as Nicholas goes with a 158.485. So it's 0.2 tenths of a, 2 tenths of a second there for Luke to try and push on. He will have to push on now. He's around 45 seconds away from roughly trying to push on. He's got to really get the hammer down now of that McLaren, but he is currently 2nd at the moment. You've got Axel in pit lane, currently 12th at the moment. Brian Ross, Dario and Kakatakos are your ones that need to set a time in qualifying, but nevertheless it will be available for the time being. Not too sure exactly what the weather's going to do for any of the races though, but we'll soon find out. It's bright and sunny at the moment though, but Dario then is now 12th. He's gone 12th fastest in that Bentley, so he has completed a lap time, so he's got a lap time in just right at the end. Luke is now currently going down towards the Wellington Straight, So, you know, he's going to be thereabouts. Quite a few cars. Marma finishes third though in qualifying, so that's a bit of a shock for the Italian at the moment. We'll see how well he pushes on. What Luke's going to do is yet to be unknown, but has he managed to get the time? Has he managed to string it correctly? And is he going to get onto pole position? Because he's going through the last corner now, about to cross the line and stay second. Oh, I don't think Luke's going to be happy with that, but second place will do him. But he's going to have to obviously push on. You've got JDM in, of course, first place, so Nicholas takes pole position then for the first sprint race of the evening. So then you've got Nicholas followed by Luke, followed by Marmot. Razor, hello mate, how are you? Good luck guys, sorry I couldn't make it tonight. No worries mate, it's understandable. Hope you're okay though mate. But you've got then who's yet to be finished. I think Dario's yet to finish. I believe JMR is out on track as well. No he's not, he's in pit lane though. So JMR is now 6th, but Dario's coming through the last corner. He's 13th at the moment. Don't know what's going on with the sort of lime green and silver Bentley at the moment, but he still stays 13th at the moment. So qualifying now has finished then for the first sprint race of the evening, and Nicholas gets pole position then by 0.063 of a second as Luke finished second in qualifying. It is going to look like a lot of interest to see exactly what's going to go on for this evening, but it is going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. Qualifying has roughly just finished, so we are looking exactly with 40 minutes of race number 1, 5 minutes of race number 2's qualifying, so it's a short blast qualifying for race number 2. And then race number 2 is another 40-minute sprint race. I'll tell you what guys, you are in for a treat tonight. You are really not only spoilt with 2 races, but you're also spoilt with the legendary and of course the top class commentator, the legendary Hoppers in the commentary box. If you have joined the stream, if you have guys and you are liking what you're seeing, please do give it a massive thumbs up, and please comment who you think is going to win the races, or who do you think is going to be the top 3 in either the race. You don't have to get your predictions right, you know, it's just a bit of fun. You know, the racing's done purely for fun. It is, I know it's a championship fight, but you know, it is purely, the racing's epic, you know. If you've seen, and I'm going to say this before we get race number 1 underway, but if you've seen the excuse me, if you'd seen the Porsche round at Donington Park on the Thursday Night Racing League's YouTube, the last lap in race number 2 between Kaiser and of course Luke, that was an unstoppable. I believe there is a pit stop for the 40-minute races, I believe. I'm not too sure because yeah, so basically it is for, okay, so just to get my head round, because I've not commentated on season 4 as of yet, so the sprint races are 40 minutes, requires a pit stop for tyres as minimum 2 races per round, so I believe you can refuel as well. So we'll see what exactly is going to happen, but to me this probably is going to be close as you like for tonight. But to say, you know, we've got JMR, we've got Luke, Marmalotto, we've got Plaith, then you've got John, followed by JDM rather, on pole position. Then you've got Lee Fitzy, followed by Yuri, Diego, Kaiser, Samuel, Kakatakos, Dario, Axel, TSR Elvis, and of course Brian Ross at the tail of the field. So then it is going to be quite interesting because they do have to pit for tyres in both sprint races. When we did 30 minutes there was not a mandatory pit stop, but it seems for now for 40 minutes they have to, so excuse me, but the orange box down the left hand side of the graphic indicates a mandatory pit stop. It does say 1, so 30 seconds then till the race actually gets underway. I'm not too sure if they've got a warm-up lap or they're just going for green, but it is going to be very interesting to see exactly what Nicholas is going to do. Is he going to convert his pole position into a race win, or is he going to be beaten by the likes of Luke and of course Stefano Marchetto? It could be very interesting to see, but the well, it looks like Luke has gone into pit lane for some bizarre reason, so that is going to spice things up. Is there an issue with the McLaren, do we reckon? I think they are going to go round for a formation lap by the looks of it, but no, they're not. They're going from green, so it could be very interesting to see what exactly is going to happen. So Luke is starting from pit lane then, so that gives JDM a bit of a advantage there, with Stefano Marchetto probably thinking, why is Luke gone into pit lane, with the likes of where's Luke's actually now come out of pit lane. So that is a bit of a unfortunate moment for him. There's a lot of cars funneling their way through Maggots and Beckett's at the moment, but we'll see exactly what's going on. But it looks like the likes of JMR's just weaving down a bit down the Hanger Straight, but it looks like the timing screen now is roughly not throwing a wobbler this time, because normally it does, but it looks like JDM at the moment then. So Nicholas leads the race then from Stefano Marchetto, with the likes of Plaif, John, JMR, Lee Fitzy, Yuri goes wide, almost takes Kaiser with him. He's gone a bit wide yet again. We have the likes of Kakatakos there, and of course Samuel in the Audi trying to push on, so you can see exactly what's going to happen. But I believe Luke could start from pit lane to avoid the chaos at turn number 1. I'm not too sure, but sure we'll find out when he makes his compulsory pit stop to find out exactly what's happened. You've got Axel, and there's a bit of move is there between Yuri and of course Diego, I believe. No, it's not. It's Kakatakos and Yuri. So it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's happened. TSR Elvis at 14th. Brian Ross already under attack from Luke there, going down the Wellington Straight in towards Brooklands and Priory. But then obviously into Luffield now goes Luke. So the pit lane is now open. So, you know, straight away onto lap number 2 out of gosh knows how many for race number 1, but looks like Luke's picking them off one by one. Was he trying to do a last to first challenge, or was there an issue with the McLaren as TSR Elvis gets sideways out of corpse, and there's a bit of contact between himself and Luke there, so that's also taken out Brian Ross. That's a bit unfortunate between the two Ferraris there. It was so hard to pick up exactly what had happened there. I think further around there was also a bit of issues with Samuel in the Audi, so there's a bit of contact between of course TSR Elvis and of course Luke, but then it's speared off Brian Ross, so could be very interesting to see what the stewards think of that. So that's got JDM in the lead, followed by Stefano Marchetto, Plaif, then you got John, followed by JMR in 5th place, Lee Fitzy 6th, then you've got Diego, then you've got Yuri, Kakatakos And then of course Kaiser in front of Kakatakos. Time screen hasn't updated as Lee Fitzy goes off there, so Lee Fitzy's lost a bit of ground in that lap, but with 36.5 minutes to go, then it's going to be very close. You've got Dario in, of course, 11th from Kaiser. Yeah, Dario's 10th now because Axel is there. Lee Fitzy 12th, then, so he's lost a bit of ground with the likes of Samuel. Luke's still plodding on in 14th rather. At the moment, that's a bit unfortunate for the Porsche Championship leader, because I believe the Porsches are having one final round, but I believe Luke and Kaiser are just battling out to see who wins that championship. And you got TSR Elvis and of course Brian Ross. Substantial amount of damage on Brian Ross's Ferrari. Don't think he's going to be happy with what happened there, but you know, Stefano Marchetto is slowly but surely trying to catch up to JDM at the moment, but it looks like the RCR guys 1-3-4 at the moment. That's going to be an epic result for them, but there's a lot of traffic going in towards Maggots and Beckett's. There's a lot of cars trying to filter through at the moment, so you know, we'll throw the helicam up for the time being just to get there with Diego, followed by Yuri, and got Kaiser. So TSR Elvis and Brian Ross into pit lane after their skirmish into Cops. It looked like TSR Elvis got a bit sideways, and then obviously Brian Ross was caught unsighted there, so it kind of probably will count as their mandatory pit stop though. But Kakatakos currently 9th for the moment with Dario 7th, Axel in of course 11th, Lee Fitzy in of course 12th for the moment, Samuel 13th, and poor old Luke is 14th at the moment. So Luke's going to try and do a last to, I think he's trying to do a last to first challenge or something or another, but it's a bit unfortunate to see exactly what has happened for him to drop back down that order after starting from pit lane. I think when he started from pit lane it seemed to hamper him quite a bit, but the RCR McLarens, so Blake versus John at the moment, so the green fronted versus the yellow fronted McLaren are battling at the moment. So TSR Elvis is probably heading out of pit lane very shortly. His box has gone to green, so it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. We'll try and keep an eye on the battles. The cars are, so many cars are bunched together at the moment, but I've got a feel for Brian Ross because I think he's picked up the most amount of damage, and he's probably thinking not again, so he's in pit lane at the moment while that Ferrari gets picked as repaired rather. So Dario is there. Axel's under threat from Lee Fitzy at the moment. Is that going to be a very interesting challenge to see what's going to happen between Axel and of course Lee Fitzy? But Marmot is trying to chase down none other than JDM at the moment, but Plath and John are still battling. 33 minutes left on the clock then, so not even halfway through the race yet. Not even halfway through. And it seems to be a lot of battles. Brian Ross now coming out pit lane, sat there for a long time. He's probably thinking, what on earth? But JMR then trying to catch up to these guys. He's got the McLarens in his sight at the moment as Diego tries to power that Ferrari. This is going to be very interesting to see what's going on. A lot of cars at the back, towards the back, like the likes of Dario, Axel, Lee Fitzy, and of course Samuel. Luke's not far behind this group now. He's trying to catch them up, but is he going to have to push on? Not too sure exactly what happened, why he started from pit lane, but it's quite interesting when the cars start from pit lane, because it makes it a bit more, technically a bit more realistic, as Kakatakos thinks about overtaking Yuri into Brooklands there, and then obviously heading into Priory. But could be very close to see what the 88 Porsche can do. The Portuguese driver trying to catch up to the Dutchman, so it's going to be all or nothing between the pair of them at the moment, as he goes a bit wide going towards Cop's corner. But to complete lap number 3 then, on to lap number 4. But you can see Kakatakos trying to get alongside Yuri for that 8th place at the moment. It's nose to tail now, going in towards Maggots and Beckett's. But he's going to have to try and push on. There's a lot of cars funneling and trying to get in close proximity. I think the close proximity though is Dario at the moment. Yes, it is. But you can see exactly what's going to happen. Kakatakos is yet to put a move on Yuri. He's going to try and do it this time round though, isn't he? He's thinking about it. He's thinking about getting past Yuri for that 8th place at the moment. It's currently 9th. We're on board with the Portuguese driver. But you can see how close he's getting towards Yuri very quickly as Yuri kicks up the dirt. But he's got to be very careful, as I believe we're trying to see. I think that was Kaiser going wide. Yes, it was. The Lexus RCF with Kaiser, the 17 machine. As they're trying to put a lap onto, of course, TSR Elvis into the latter half of this lap. He's moved out of the way. He's 30.5 minutes to go though. I think him and Brian Ross may be having a bit of words with each other in the garage after the race though, because it's a bit unfortunate. But what is happening for the race lead? It looks like JDM's still leading from Stefano Marchetto. John's still there with Plaif. No, John's now got in front of Plaif for 3rd place. Plaif's getting hounded by the likes of JMR at the moment. So 30 minutes to go then in the opening race of the evening here at Silverstone for round number 2 of the Thursday Night Racing League GT3 Championship PS4 lobby. But looks like Luke is still there now. He's now catching up to the back of none other than Samuel. So it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. Goes into Cops though, but could be very close as Luke tries to make amends now for that pit lane start. We'll soon find out. There's been a bit of a battle though between Yuri and Kakatakos as Kakatakos actually gets through. Just saw a glimpse of that just as we went through towards Maggots and Beckett, with Luke catching up to this group, but he's closing the gap now. But is Luke going to be able to catch these guys up, or is he going to have to wait for when the guys make their mandatory pit stop? This is exactly what we need to discuss. You know, it seems to be thereabouts, but Luke's still there at the moment, trying to get away, or trying to push up towards of course Samuel's Audi at the moment. He's trying to chase that group now. What's happening for the likes of Plaif and of course JMR? JMR literally trying to push on. He's there. We'll go on board with the Bentley if we can. Let's have a look what he's doing. Is he going to be able to push on and get past the RCR cars of John and Plaif going into the final sector of Silverstone? Is he going to try and do it? It's going to be very close though between them, I'll tell you that for next to nothing. But it seems then that JDM's still leading from Stefano Marchetto. Then you got John followed by Plaif, then JMR, Diego, then you got Kaiser. Kaiser is the first then to pit this time round, so that's very interesting to see what the Lexus RTF driver is doing. Is he doing it as a strategy, or is he underfueled, or is his tyres literally gone off? Dario also jumps into pit lane, so quite a guys with 27.5 minutes to go jumping into pit lane. Then that is allowed. Luke's finally got past Samuel, but he's got Lee Fitzy for 10th place to now get, but could be very close as you like. But Kaiser and of course Dario are the ones in pit lane. It could be very close to see as Lee Fitzy kicks up the dirt, but we'll see exactly what is going to happen between now and then. But just see what is happening for 9th and 10th. Lee Fitzy getting that Bentley power, trying to get it away from the McLaren, but the McLaren is coming back fighting strong. Luke's obviously after that pit lane start. I don't know exactly why he went into pit lane, but Dario is currently, his Kaiser's not been shown for his pit stop, whether he's just took on tyres or he's just took on fuel, but there's no green box next to his name, so it'll be very interesting to see as Yuri goes off there. He's lost a lot of ground though. I don't know whether that was an issue with Kakatakos or Diego, but we'll see what happens as Luke tries to get a move on Lee Fitzy down towards the Wellington Straight. Has he done it? You're just about. Lee Fitzy thinks about getting past him again as you can see Sammy Wells on the Audi. He's on a mission there, but it's going to be very close then, because looking at exactly what's going on, don't know what happened to Sammy Wells. Did he try and overtake Lee Fitzy but then went on the grass and realised, well, the power is not going to be able to power him through? But very interesting then, but he is the next to pit then. So that's going to be very interesting to see exactly who is next. But Sammy Wells into pit lane alongside Yuri, so Yuri also jumping in to pit lane, so the pit stops are coming thick and fast for tyres. Well, I tell you what's the gap for the race lead? It looks like JDM though at the moment. Nicholas is trying to literally get away from Stefano Marchetto, which he is doing. It's 2.9 of a gap, and it's John versus Playf at the moment. He's thereabouts with JMR trying to push on. It could be very interesting with 25 minutes to go in the opening race here at Silverstone. I believe Kaiser will be after. I don't know whether he will pit again, because the box on the left hand side hasn't turned to green at the moment, but whether that is something the stewards are going to be looking at very closely, or race control are going to look at for the time being. But you know, Lee Fitzy's got catching up to Luke very quickly though, isn't he? He's trying to get thereabouts. What's happening for the mid-pack? It looks like the likes of Playf and John, the RCR cars, the RCR McLarens, trying to push on. 22 versus 33. To see exactly what's going to happen between the pair of them, with 24 minutes to go on the clock then. So it's going to be very close to figure out what Stefano Marchetto now is the first of the front two to pit. So he's got 24 minutes on the clock to go until the checkered flag, so he's jumping now into pit lane, rightfully so. So that's going to be an RCR 1-2-3 at the moment, but who knows exactly what is going to happen. So Dario, Yuri, Samuel, TSR, Elvis and Brian Ross have completed mandatory pit stops. Don't know whether TSR, Elvis and Brian Ross will be going into pit lane again due to the early contact. Lee Fitzy also jumps into pit lane, so he will be another to beat. So that will be the likes of Luke now have to chase down Kakatakos, but Luke is going to be there bounce. It could be 23 minutes of Luke's life to try and push on to get that pit stop over and done with. Stefano Marchetto though coming out of pit lane then. He's down in 8th for the moment. He is looking for the first victory of the season, because if you remember rightly, Monza, if you just joined, Monza was an abandonment due to technical issues, but hopefully we don't get any of them tonight, you know. But JDM then leads John, followed by Playf. Lee Fitzy still in pit lane, but he's now coming out, so we'll see how well he does. It's quite a lot of interest, but for speeding in the pit lane, no, Lee Fitzy gets a stop-go penalty for 30 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. He's going to be livid with that. That is going to cost him ground, and that's what he doesn't want. Speeding in the pit lane, straight away gets that speed limiter off too quickly. But it is a RCR 1-2-3 at the moment. But it's going to be very close to see exactly what is going to happen. but who knows exactly what is going to be going on for the RCR guys. So we'll see in a month or two, but we've got 21.5 minutes to go. Kakatakos now into pit lane, so Luke is up into 5th. Excuse me. But yeah, Luke is up into 5th then. JMR rather into 4th at the moment, so he's thereabouts. But the gap has come down between John and of course Playf at the moment to try and see what is going to happen. But 21 minutes on the clock in this first race. It's very close to see exactly what's going to happen. But Kakatakos is in pit lane. Momolotto is 7th, I believe. Yes, he will be 7th because Kakatakos is still in pit lane. But time screen has not updated yet. But quite a few guys there will be push on. Lee Fitzy he's going to come into pit lane this time round. I do not blame him. Got a 30-second stop-go penalty though. That is the last thing he wants. Don't think he's going to be happy with that. But it's dropped him down to 13th. Probably won't drop him down to 15th. But looks like we've lost one racer though. Looks a bit evenly matched at the moment. I think we had 16. So halfway down the race then. We have the likes of Lee Fitzy there. As JMR now goes into pit lane. Lee Fitzy with a 30-second stop-go penalty. Hopefully he doesn't try and get any more for that. But trying to figure out who we've lost from the race, because there was 16 racers. I believe we have lost Diego by the looks of it. So Diego has left for some bizarre reason, whether he's disconnected or whether the Ferrari's had an issue. But Lee Fitzy has had his stop-go penalty cleared, so he can crack on now. But he will be kicking himself with that. So Luke is up into 4th. Mama is just coming through Cop's Corner now. So that is probably going to put him possibly... But it's going to be very... It's going to be very close to see what happens, because with the likes of JMR now into 6th, I do apologise. But it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen between Mama's now 6th, JMR 7th. So it's going to be very close to see what he's going to do with now into pit lane very quickly. Was none other than JDM, but this could be very interesting. Is that going to allow John to take the race lead as Playf goes into pit lane then? So the RCR guys are going to play some pit tactics here, which is going to be very close. Is Luke going to go into pit lane, or is he going to leave it for another lap? Just under 18 minutes to go then in the opening race here at Silverstone 4 Thursday Night Racing League GT3, round number 4 of, no, not round number 4, season 4, round number 2 of the championship. So Luke is there in probably now 2nd place. He could be there in preferably 3rd though. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But it's going to be very close then. So John leads the race then, followed by Axel's gone into pit lane. Did not realise that, but JDM then straight out the blocks. 17 minutes to go in the opening race then, guys. Let's see what's going to happen. Place your bets, ladies and gents, because we'll see exactly what's going to happen. So Playf goes out. Axel is there. I think he's just about to get some fuel in that car as well, just to get him there. Marma still in currently 6th, maybe 5th place now, with the likes of Luke in there. Kaiser comes back in, so yeah, Kaiser always picks up a bit of damage as well. So it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. Wind's picked up a bit. Does that mean bad weather's on its way? But Marmot up into 4th then, so that could be very interesting with 16 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the opening race of the evening. So that is allowed now Marmot to get back up. You've got Axel coming out pit lane. Kaiser is now doing his mandatory pit stop. I think he either stopped for tyres and then didn't put fuel in. I'm not too sure. 16 minutes to go though. Luke is there. There's a car literally, not too sure who that is dancing about though on screen, whether that is Dario or like on the map someone's car was dancing about. But we'll soon find out in a moment or two. But looks like Brian Ross is down in 15th at the moment. So Kaiser is coming out of pit lane. Got to be very careful at the moment. But Kaiser also with a stop-go penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Don't know why they're getting these stop-go penalties. Maybe they're letting go of the pit limiter too early. Well, it's a 30-second stop-go penalty with 15 minutes to go. That is the last thing he wants to get himself up into that further up the field. But Luke is there. He's 16.6 of a second from John at the moment in the other McLaren, the 22 versus the 11. This could be very interesting with Marmolotto. Where is JDM? JDM is going down the Hanger Straight. So this could be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. But, you know, who knows exactly what's going to happen between the likes of the Mercedes and, of course, the Lexus. Just remember, Stefano Marchetto has raced the Mercedes previously. But he didn't enjoy his time. I remember him faithfully smashing it at Spa-Francorchamps in Season 3. So he's not going to like me for reminded him of that. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. Is Luke and John going to pit this time round, or are they going to be pushing on for quite some time? It looks like oh, John was very lucky. But track limits for 62, and that is Brian Ross. So his night goes from bad to worse. At the moment he's got a drive-through penalty for track limits. I'm not going to like that one bit. So JDM then coming through. Nicholas is coming through Priory and Brooklands to try and go into Lutfield, and then obviously through to Woodcote to go and complete the lap. That he will take the race lead from, of course, John and of course Luke, depending on how quick. But Luke is straight. Oh no, I thought Luke was straight into his straight out pit lane, but he's not. He's gone into his pit box. I think he went too far. But that is now allowed Nicholas back into the race lead, then allow Marmot up into 2nd. Place will be 3rd, with the likes of JMR right up his gearbox. It's going to be very close with around 13 minutes to go then. We've got a lap car of but then was John out of pit lane? Yes, John was out of pit lane, so John retakes 3rd place. He's not in the race lead, but he takes 3rd from, of course, Place and of course JMR at the moment. But it's going to be very interesting to see what JMR and of course Place do. So James is trying to push on for that 5th place at the moment. He's got TSR Elvis to lap. Kaiser goes into pit lane for that stop-go penalty, so it's cleared now. Try not to do it again this time, mate, because it's going to be, it may push you further down. Brian Ross goes in for that drive-through penalty. So Marmolotto then, multiple champion in Thursday Night Racing League now, is obviously trying to push on for what would be another season. But I think, you know, the likes of Nicholas and the RCR guys are going to try and push on. John's still having this fabulous battle with no he's not, it's play with JMR, sorry, but it's very interesting to see what's going to happen because John is in third, PIAF in of course fourth at the moment, with James in fifth at the moment. Could be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. Luke is currently, where's Luke? Sixth at the moment, with the likes of Dario. Is Dario ahead of Kakatakos? Yes, he is. This could be a very interesting battle because Samuel is also there. So, you know, 11 minutes to go in this race. This could be very close between these three as well. So Dario in the Bentley trying to get away from Kakatakos' Porsche at the moment. This could be very close. The Audi of Samuel's also nose to tail, but it's going to be very careful between, and I believe you know, everyone now has made their mandatory, so will be now 10.5 minutes to go in the first race then. But it looks like Kakatakos is going to be pushing on. He's going to try and get past the likes of Davio's Bentley. Is he going to try and do it as Samuel's Audi also lurking? So, you know, got the Bentley versus the Porsche versus the Audi. It's almost 3 cars wide into Maggots and Beckett's. This could almost end in tears if we're not careful. Dario's run a bit wide, kicking up the dirt. Is that allowed Kakatakos to get alongside Dario down towards the hangar straight? They're almost at, oh, it's a 3-car train. This is absolutely fantastic. You can just see the Audi tucking right behind the Porsche, but you know, we're gonna have to get the helicam up for this. This is absolutely unstoppable between the three at the moment. We'll see exactly how close it's going to get, because the Bentley versus the Porsche versus the Audi, this is going to be very close as Dario still runs a bit wide, but Kakatakos, you can just see how close he's getting towards Dario's Bentley at the moment, so it's going to be very close between them. Don't worry about Kaiser, he's a lap down, so it's not part of this symmetry at the moment, but Kakatakos and of course Dario, they're going to have to try and push on. I think Kaiser's trying to unlap himself, but Kakatakos, as Dario closes the door, that was an absolute late break move, but you know, Kakatakos is probably knowing what exactly where the strengths and weaknesses are of the Porsche. It could be very close as you like between the likes of Kakatakos and of course Dario at the moment, but what's happening between JMR and of course Playf at the moment, we'll see exactly what's going to happen. Is Playf going to hold off JMR for that 4th place at the moment? We'll see exactly what's going to happen, but Kakatakos and Dario still battling. We'll try and get back to that battle in a moment, but JMR and of course Playf at the moment trying to push on for literally 4th and 5th as JMR's Bentley literally nose to tail with that McLaren at the moment. It seems that it's another battle that we need to keep a close eye on, but it's going to be very close as Dario and Kakatakos, they're still battling with around 8 minutes to go in the first race then. It's going to be very close, and I think Samuel's going to try and get there as well. It looks like there's quite an interesting nose to tail moments between a lot of the drivers here at the moment, as Dario and Kaka trying to literally push on for that, but then you've got Samuel's Audi rather trying to make it 3 cars for 7th, 8th and 9th, so this could be very close as Kakatakos is thereabouts. He's pushing on, he's run a bit wide against Dario with Samuel. Oh, this is fantastic. It's Kaka. Oh, Kaka, what a move, my friend. Oh my days, where did that come from? Where did that come from? Got the perfect line as Kaiser tries to unlap himself. He's got to be very careful. But JMR then, where's JMR? It's still there. He's dropped a bit back now though. with around just under 7 minutes to go in the race, the first race of the evening for the Thursday Night Racing League here at round number 2 of Silverstone, or season 4 of the GT3 Championship. I'll tell you what, guys, you are watching a stellar night of racing so far. 6.5 minutes to go. This is an absolute tooth and nail battle, but you know, Kaka is now there. Dario's now dropped down to 8th. Samuel, is he going to be able to catch these guys up? Is he going to be able to do it? Is he going to be close? You know, but looking at what's going on with 6 minutes to go, then Plaith's going to have to try and hold off JMR for that 4th place if he can. But it seems a lot of interest because the likes of Dario and of course Kakatakos, they've actually put on a really good battle so far, so good. But looking at exactly what's happening, and with the likes of Kakatakos and Dario trying to go nose to tail, this could be even better for 5.5 minutes. Yeah, with 5.5 minutes to go, but Dario's literally trying to work hard yet again to try. Oh, he runs a bit wide into the gravel because he tries to get Kakatakos, but then I think Kakatakos just broke a bit late and it caught Dario off guard there, but Dario's now dropped down to 9th place. He's not going to like that, but oh, Kakatakos after all that. Oh no! It's gone top between the pair of between Samuel and of course Kakatakos. That was literally oh, that's unfortunate. I saw that coming. As soon as the tyres snapped up, well, the steering snapped away from Kakatakos there. That's knocked him down to 10th now with Yuri 9th. That will allow Dario back up to 7th with Axel in 8th. Then Yuri is now 9th, Kakatakos now 10th. Oh, my heart sinks, really does. Don't think he's going to be happy with that. I think he will be kicking himself for that little mistake. I don't think it was meant. It was genuine. I think it was just a little bit of a slide. The tyres went a bit cold and it just snapped away from him. Let's have a look at what's happening between JMR and of course RCR Plaith at the moment for that 4th and 5th place battle. Seems to be a bit of a close one at the moment with 3 minutes and 38 minutes to go. Seems the you know, you can just see exactly what's happening for the time being, but JMR then trying to hunt down the McLaren as we go down the Wellington Straight for what could be the penultimate time. You never know though, but throw the helicam up for the time being. I'll tell you what, it has been a bit of a easy bit of a race for of course just looking who's in first is Nicholas at the moment. He seems to, after pole position, he had that bit of an advantage because obviously with the likes of Luke starting from pit lane, that seems to have worked well for him. But it could be onto the penultimate lap. Momoloso still there in 2nd place. John still in now, of course, also 3rd. But we've got the likes of Plaith running a bit wide there. He's got JMR's right on to the back now of the McLaren. Is he going to do it? Is he going to be able to do it? Yes, he is. He's cut the atmosphere with a knife there, but Plaith's going to fight back and try and think, well, you know, that Bentley's almightily quick, but the McLaren's also proving a point. You can just see exactly, it's like Stefano Marchetto versus Adam Foster, who used to race for TNRL or Thursday Night Racing League. So it's like the McLaren and Bentley battle from Season 1 and of course Season 2. No, Season 2 was a Ferrari. What am I on about? But it's like Season 1 battle all over again, but obviously for 4th and 5th with a minute and 35 seconds remaining in the opening race. But it will be then that Nicholas goes on to the final lap of the race then, with Stefano Marchetto having to concede. He could even concede to 3rd if he's not careful, because it looks like RCR John is catching up. Looks like it. So it could be very interesting to see exactly what happens, because JMR is under pressure from RCR Playf at the moment, but could be very close to the 33 McLaren, literally on course to try and get past that number 55 Bentley Continental GT. But I tell you what, it's been quite interesting. Luke in 6th place then, starting from pit lane, trying to figure out exactly why he started from pit lane. It still baffles me, because qualified 2nd, maybe he's up to his usual tricks and thinking, well, if I started I would have been escaped. But you know, we'll soon find out after race number 1. Dario in 7th and Axel 8th, Yuri now 9th, Kakatakos, and of course Samuel 10th and 11th. I think these two have had a bit of a issue there, but I don't think the issue was really that bad. I think it just shows when the tyres go cold or just slide in that Porsche, it can literally push on. But the race has literally now onto its final lap, so it'll be very interesting to see exactly what the stewards will think. But I think Kakatakos, he didn't mean it, and I think he just literally pushed a bit too hard. TSR Elvis, bit of the wars with Brian Ross in the early stages of the race, with likes of Kaiser with that stop-go penalty for at least speeding the pit lane, and Brian Ross with a track limit penalty. But I don't think Brian Ross is going to be at all happy. I think he's going to be literally on course to try and see what's going to happen. But Nicholas takes a lights to flag victory then in race number 1. He will be happy with that. Is he going to have to repeat in a 5-minute qualifying for race number 2? We'd like to Stefano Marchetto coming home in 2nd place for the first race of the evening. He is going to be pushing on. What is he going to do in race number 2 with the likes of it looks like Diego, unfortunately 10 laps down, he had a bit of an issue. John in 3rd, then JMR in 4th, place in 5th, then with Luke in of course 6th place. I'll tell you what, with Luke starting from pit lane for race number 1, bit of a surprise there, but he will finish 6th. He will be probably pushing on for the 5-lap encounter for 5-minute encounter for race number 2 qualifying, with the likes of now Dario in 7th place. So that's a good showing for Dario. Tried to push on all the way, so he's got a very quick 5-minute qualifying session for race number 2. With the likes of now Axel always conceded to Yuri there for 8th, with Axel now not 9th, Kakatakos 10th, Samuel in 11th, Lee Fitzy 12th, TSR Elvis in of course 13th, Kaiser 14th, Brian Ross 15th, and of course Diego in of course 16th, 11 laps down. And I tell you what, that was a bit of an interesting first race to me. I think there was a bit of I don't think there was a lot of there was some good battles, but then also we had a bit of contact between a few drivers, and I don't know exactly how some of the drivers are feeling at the moment. I think they're going to be going and debriefing with their teams, and also thinking what the heck's gone on with a few of the incidences in race number 1. But yeah, it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen for race number 2. But 5 minutes of for race number 2, then 5 minutes of qualifying is going to be coming up very soon. But yeah, it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. I think we're just waiting for the other guys to jump back in to pit lane then, so we'll see how close it's going to get. I think we're just waiting for the likes of Samuel and of course Kaiser to jump back into pit lane so the server can be reset for. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen for race number 2's qualifying in a moment or two. But I think we're just waiting for everyone else to get back into pit lane so we can reset the lobby for the qualifying. But we'll soon find out. I think the likes of Samuel and of course Kaiser are still out on track, so it's not going to be close to see exactly what's going to happen. Excuse me. But yes, looking forward to seeing exactly what's going to happen. It's 5 minutes of qualifying, but this is where it's probably going to get very close to see exactly what's going to happen. It is 5 minutes, so it's all or nothing. At the moment, the skies look, it's like it's going to be sunny, but what's race 2's weather going to be? So we'll soon find out. But I think everyone is going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. I think everyone now has entered the track, so as you can tell, the train of cars at the moment then, so it sounds like Luke's had a bit of connection issues that he couldn't drive in race number 1, hence why he started in pit lane, and then he went into pit lane, came out and then spun out of pit lane at the same time. So he's not had the best of luck, but he finished 6th in race number 1, just to clarify race number 1's finishing positions while everyone's out on an outlap. So it was JDM from Stefano Marchetto, followed by John, followed by JMR, and then RCR, Playfton, Luke, Dario, then of course Yuri, Axel, Kakatakos, Samuel had a bit of contact as well. Then you had Lee Fitzy, then you had TSR, Elvis and Kaiser, then followed by Brian Ross, and unfortunately Diego did not finish qualifying for did not finish the race, but we seem to be missing another driver for qualifying at the moment for race number 2. I'm trying to figure out who is not there. Let's have a look. I believe at the moment then for race number 2, just trying to figure out who's not in, because we did start off with 16. Let's have a look. Who is missing for qualifying? Oh, we've got 15 for qualifying. Okay, that's fine. Didn't see that it was an issue, but does look a bit of an unusual times for qualifying. But Axel goes into pit lane now. I think he's sat in pit lane, just see what's going on. But got Luke then. Currently, is he going to make your break for qualifying? Soon figure it out though. But got a minute left of qualifying then, so this could be just a quick, easy lap then, because with 5 minutes in qualifying, Luke goes fastest at the moment with a 1:58.8, but then he gets pipped by Stefano Marchetto with a 58.4. So that's like 0.402 of a second, with the likes of John in 3rd at the moment. This could be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen with around 32 seconds left. This is actually going to be very close, but the times are coming so thick and fast. JDM up into 2nd, so Nicholas gets 2nd place now, so he's had a pole and a 2nd place tonight for the 2 races so far. But the likes of Kaiser, Diego, Brian Ross, Dario and Samuel are yet to set times, and with Axel as well. So 4 minutes left. I tell you what, I think this quick fire qualifying is kind of setting the tone for some of the guys at the moment. So you know, it's going to be thereabouts. Is Luke going to be able to get onto pole position? Because the likes of Marmot and of course JDM are going to be pushing there, but Luke's coming through the latter half of the lap now. Is he going to put that McLaren onto pole position? He had a bit of an issue in of course race number 1, but a bit of a weird one for the champion, or the championship leader for the Porsches. But we'll soon find out exactly what he's going to do. But he's going to push that car onto pole position, the number 11 McLaren. Hopefully he doesn't have to start from pit lane for race number 2. But so far the skies are clear. But gosh knows what race number 2's weather's going to bring. But it's going to be very close. Is he going to go onto pole position? Yes, he does! With a 157.9! So that's very close to see exactly what's going to happen. JMR, what's James going to do? Is he going to go onto pole position? Or has he got too much traffic ahead of him? Seems at the moment, though, the RCR cars are struggled this time round, though. Really struggled this time round. As JMR goes through to jump on to 4th, was it? Yeah, jumped to 4th, but it's still 4th. With like to Marmot and JDM are there. Lee Fitzy 6th, Yuri 7th, Plaith in, of course. He was now there, but Diego was there, and I think TSR Elvis was the other one we didn't see. I don't think, but we'll soon find out, because looking at that at the time then, I think it was TSR Elvis and of course Brian Ross, so for qualifying 2, so Brian Ross at the back of the field for the second race of the evening. So Brian Ross isn't enjoying the night of racing so far. It seems there's a lot of interest to see exactly what is going to happen, but guarantee this now, it is going to be very close for race number 2. You know, it's going to be but let's see what race number 2 weather is going to bring. I've heard rumours that there may be some dampness, it may even rain, I'm not too sure, but if it does, it will be very spicy and it will spice it up, but we'll soon find out. But if you just joined, and race number 1 was a win for RCR JDM, followed by Stefano Marchetto. John got 3rd, JMR got 4th, Plaith got 5th, Luke got 6th, Dario 7th, Yuri in 8th, Axel 9th, Kakatakos 10th, Samuel 11th, Lee Fitzy 12th, TSR Elvis 13th, Kaiser 14th, Brian Ross 15th, and of course Diego, and of course 16th did not finish race number 1. Qualifying for race number 2 is as follows. Luke is on pole position, followed by Stefano Marchetto. So both arch rivals in the championship, both first and second on grid, followed by race 1 winner Nicholas in 3rd, then JMR 4th, so he gets 4th for race number 2, but it is going to be very close. It does look like then, however, the skies are still bright at the moment, but whether that is going to be changing. But it is Luke followed by Stefano Marchetto, then it is of course Nicholas followed by JMR, then you got Diego up into 5th. He did a very stellar job to get into 5th then for the 51 Ferrari. Then you got John Lee Fitzy just there, then you got Yuri followed by Samuel and Dario. Then you got Plaith down in 11th, Kakatakos in 12th, Axel in of course 13th, Kaiser 14th, and of course Brian Ross in 15th. Not too sure who the 16th runner is. I think we've kind of I think one's dropped out, I'm not too sure, but nevertheless it is going to be very close. 1.5 minutes then till the race starts, and I'll tell you what, you are in for a treat of racing. It is going to be very close to see what's going to happen for the second 40-minute race, but it is going to be very close. I'm going to be back in 1 moment. Hopefully I'll make it for the start. There we go, good timing. So 30 seconds then till the second race of the evening kick starts.
20 seconds.
And it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. Is Luke going to be able to push on, or is he going to be thereabouts? You know, it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen between him and Stefano Marchetto. You know, who knows exactly what's going to go on. But it seems that we are going to be in for a stellar second race. The Lexus versus the McLaren versus the Bentley, and the Mercedes versus the McLaren Ferrari on the third row. And then you've got the Bentley and I believe, just looking at that, the Bentley and Ferrari on the next row. So let's see what's going to happen as we get the green light then for the second race of the evening. It is going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen in Scott's corner, as I believe JDM is already up into second, with Momolotto also slotting right behind as Luke actually leads them away. Then it's going to be a very close topsy-turvy bit of a race this time round, whereas Luke gets a bit sideways. Oh, where's he gone? Kakatakos has gone off somewhere, as Luke's also gone off at Maggotts and Beckett, but that looks like then Luke's going to have a bit of a challenge on his hand. I believe Kakatakos also went off. I'm not too sure exactly what happened to him, because trying to see where Luke had gone, but he's dropped right down to 15th for the moment. But this race is race number 2 then. He's already had some fireworks already started with the likes of Mama, and of course now JDM now leading first and second, with JMR up into third. I believe John's up into fourth at the moment, with Diego fifth still. So it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. Is Diego going to push on with John's there, Yuri in of course sixth place, with Lee Fitzy seventh, Samuel in the Ferrari in of course eighth at the moment, with the likes of Dario and of course Plaith. Oh, there's been a bit of contact between Kaiser and I believe Kaiser and of course Plaith. That's not Plaith down towards the rear of the field. Yes, it has, but that is not going to be very good, because it's already kicked off in the second race then. So let's see what happens with the likes of John trying to chase after JMR at the moment, with the likes of Yuri trying to put Diego under pressure. Let's see what's happening further back. Luke's in 11th then. I think Luke may have outbroke himself into Maggotts and Beckett, or he decided that it was going to be thereabouts. But pit lane is open then for mandatory pit stops. Just remember, they do have to make one, and hopefully we get through this race and we survive. But looking at who's gone into pit lane, that is Axel. I believe it might have been Axel, or was it Kaiser? But Axel's now jumped into pit lane. He's the first one to jump in. Bit of a weird one that, if you ask me. But track limits then already for Samuel. Track limit penalty already on an opening lap. This is a bit weird, as Luke goes a bit wide as well. It has been feisty so far. Has there been a bit of issues? We'll see exactly what's going to happen in a moment or two, but Samuel's got a drive-through penalty for track limits already. He's already abused that. Oh, who was that? Who was that going off? Oh my days, there's been a huge... I don't know whether it was a huge shunt, but it looked like a car had gone off. So Axel's out of pit lane, a long way back. Looks like Kakatakos, Yuri and of course Plaith at the moment further back. Brian Ross, don't know whether it's Brian Ross's Ferrari, I'm not too sure, but there's a lot of cars that have somehow had a bit of issues there. I think, I don't know whether it was Luke's McLaren or it was just the way the camera looked. I'm not too sure, because seems to be a bit of a weird one at the moment, with the likes of now Samuel Wells going in for his drive-through penalty. It's a bit of a weird second race so far. The crowd are loving it though. But it looks like Stefano Marchetto still leads the way then from, of course, Nicholas, followed by JMR, followed by John, followed by Diego. Yes, Diego. Then you got Dario. Then you got, of course, Kaiser, and of course Luke. Luke's thereabouts. What's Luke going to do? But on board with the McLaren driver. Oh, he's squirming with that wheel. You can see he's fighting it. As Samuel Wells' drive-through penalty has now cleared, but seems like it's been a bit of a feisty night already of racing. I think that was actually technically Brian Ross. I don't know whether he's stopped in pit lane, but he's actually retired the Ferrari, so it was probably Brian Ross. It looked like he'd been there. I don't know whether he was taken off, but seems to me there was a lot of, he's retired that Ferrari, so it's a bit unfortunate. He still had a long way to go in this race. Well, it seems to me that there's already been action galore. I don't know whether Axel was just making a pit stop or he had damage, but you know, it seems to be with 34.5 minutes to go in this race, still to go. It's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen, but you can just see how close it's getting between the top 4. Maybe the top 5. I think Luke's also there. We'll see where he is. He's trying to get past Kaiser for that 7th plate at the moment. Is he going to be able to do it into Brooklands? Could be able to. Is he going to be able? Oh, it's just thereabouts. But you just see exactly what's going on. I don't know exactly what happened to Brian Ross, but I think he was the one that actually smashed into the barrier at high speed, it seemed. We'll see exactly what's going to happen, but you can just see how close and personal it's going to get. But Luke's dropped back a bit. Kakatakos 9th, Plaith in 10th, Lee Fitzy 11th, Yuri. Oh, Yuri's stuck down the Wellington straight. That's going to be a bit of a danger. It's going to be a bit dangerous now, because the likes of Axel is coming. What is happening to Yuri? He's going to have to get out the way very quickly, and that's going to really hamper these guys. I don't know exactly what is happening at the moment. Has he got going though? Has he got going? No, he's still stationary. That is going to be causing a bit of an issue there. He's going to have to seriously either get out the way or he's going to have to retire, because it looks to me the Ferrari is stationary on track. I don't know whether the guys up the front are going to know this, because this is going to be pretty much a cluster if this happens. I don't really want to look what's going to happen, because I am slightly concerned, because race leader Stefano Marchetto is actually gone into pit lane, so thank goodness for that, because that would have been so bad if he was still stationary. So Stefano Marchetto already under pressure from JDM this time round. But it could be very close to see exactly what's going to happen here. So we'll soon find out exactly what's going on between the top 2 at the moment, going into Copse Corner. 32 minutes to go in the second race then. No threat of rain as of yet though. Could be very interesting to see what's going to happen with JMR 3rd at the moment, John 4th, Diego 5th. I think he's gone into pit lane or he's gone out of pit lane, I'm not too sure. But he's bouncing his way across the grass towards Maggots and Beckett's there. The yellow flag into Copse Corner with Kakatakos. He's not having a good night of racing so far. Here's the Portuguese driver. He's further down now the order, with the likes of Lee Fitzy and of course Plaith. I don't know who's gone off wide there. Someone gone off wide, or is it just the camera picking up dirt? But back for the race lead is on then between JDM and of course Stefano Marchetto. It's going to be very interesting. I'm not too sure exactly what happened to Yuri because he was stuck on the start-finish line, not start-finish line, but the bit of track the race leaders are coming up to now. It's a bit unfortunate. I don't know whether he's had a lot of damage or he's had an issue with his car. It seems the Ferrari seemed to have either anti-stall or it just cut out on him, but we'll soon find out. But 30.5 minutes to go in this second race then. It'll be very interesting to see what's going to happen between the likes of Stefano and of course Nicholas at the moment, as Nicholas gets a bit closer to Stefano Marchetto. The Lexus driver versus the Mercedes could be very close between the pair of them. JMR still there in third with John still fourth. Excuse me, Luke fifth, Dario in sixth, Diego seventh. After that bit of an issue into Cop's corner. Kaiser goes into pit lane then. Hopefully not get a stop-go penalty for speeding this time around. Plaith in of course ninth, Lee Fitzy in 10th, Kakatakos 11th, Samuel in 12th, Axel 13th and Yuri still in pit lane at the moment. So he's looks like that Ferrari is terminally damaged at the moment. The crew are forever trying to work on it, thinking what's going on, as we've got a battle on our hand for the race lead between the likes of JDM and of course Stefano Marchetto. Stefano's trying to literally push on for quite some time. It could be very close to see how close it's going to get, but you can just see with the likes of excuse me, with the likes of Nicholas trying to catch up to Stefano Marchetto with around 29 minutes to go. JD and JMR rather third at the moment with John fourth at the moment. Guys are still there in pit lane. It looks like Yuri's Ferrari is definitely damaged at the moment. Could be very close to see what happens. I think Kaiser's now learnt his lesson from race number 1 where he got that stop-go penalty for speeding in pit lane. So he's learnt that for quite some time. I believe Yuri... Is Yuri still in pit lane? No, he's come out again. He's come out, but he is having problems with that Ferrari. Not too sure exactly what is going on with that Ferrari at the moment. It seems that seems to be a lot of issues for him at the moment, because he is now back in pit lane. So that Ferrari is not having a good... I think it's down on power. I'm not too sure, but try to figure out exactly what will go on with the Ferrari. I'll try and figure it out at some point. But Dario goes into pit lane then, so he is the next to pit. So we're not even halfway through the race yet either, and it seems that there's a lot of early casualties at the moment with the likes of Yuri. Brian Ross, I believe, has the Ferrari's retired with substantial amount of damage. Not too sure exactly what happened, but it seemed to be a lot of issues. It sounds like Yuri's steering wheel has literally given up the ghost. That's not good, because if that's having an issues, then I do feel sorry for him. And it does turn out that Brian Ross had like 1140 of worth of repairs. But it sounds like he had a bit of contact as well, which caused him a lot of damage. I don't think he's happy with that. I don't think, you know, we'll see exactly what's going on, but we'll see what goes on with the likes of JDM and of course Stefano Marchetto. JMR, however, still in third place at the moment with the likes of John still there in fourth, Luke still fifth with Diego now up into sixth, Plaith in seventh, Lee Fitzy eighth, Kakasakos ninth, Samuel in of course 10th, Dario 11th, Kaiser 12th, with Axel and of course Yuri still in pit lane with excuse me, with issues with his Ferrari. The Ferrari seems not to fire up. I think it's got a bit of issues at the moment with the likes of Stefano Marchetto now under pressure from JDM going into maggots and brackets. This could be very close for the race lead between the pair of them. The Lexus versus the not the Ferrari, the Mercedes. So we'll look back from the Lexus RCF then going down the Hangar Straight. It's going to be very close. I think Yuri's now retired that Ferrari, which is a bit unfortunate, you know, but hopefully he's back for the next meeting of the championship. But Stefano Marchetto then literally trying to push away from JDM for first place for that race lead at the moment. He's trying to get away as best as he can. We've got 25 minutes to go. It could be all or nothing between these guys at the moment. It could be very close for the top two at the moment. It could be anyone's guess. Kakatakos is also in pit lane at the moment, so you know it's going to be very close. Let's see what's happening between the Mercedes and the Lexus then. It's going to be quite close for these guys, but if you have a look, the clouds are getting closer now. Are we going to see a bit of rain before the end of the race? Who knows? But looking exactly what's happening between the likes of Stefano Marchetto and of course Nicholas at the moment with 24.5 minutes to go. This is going to be sensational. This could be all or nothing as Kakatakos goes out of pit lane. It's going to get close between Stefano and of course Nicholas going into left field. Let's see what is going to happen, but it looks like, you know, there's a lot of things going on, but you know, who knows exactly what's going to happen between the likes of JDM and of course Stefano Marchetto into Cops. There's also another race that left the lobby by the looks of it. 13. We had 13, but who else has gone? This is a bit of a weird situation so far. I'm not too sure. You know, we could be very careful, but let's see who is now. We had 13 races. It's now going to be down to the nitty-gritty stuff. It looks like we've lost. Try to think who we've lost there though. At the moment, we could try and figure out on the time screen at the moment, but it's going to be very close between the likes of JDM and of course Stefano Marchetto. Just try and figure out who is actually not in the race at the moment. Can't actually figure out. But we'll have a look at qualifying 2 to see who we've actually, and I think we've lost TSR Elvis, and I believe, have we lost? Yeah, we've also lost Kaiser. That is a bit unfortunate, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen between JDM and of course Stefano Marchetto. There's a bit of contact between the pair of them, but I'll tell you what, that was clean as a whistle. As JDM gets back past Stefano Marchetto, he had the lights to flag victory in race number 1. But this is absolutely epic. This is absolutely between. Oh, Stefano's got past it. JDM. Oh, JDM's even done it again. Oh my days! The battle between these two for the race lead. I can't look what's happening further back because Stefano goes into pit lane. I thought he's going to still catch him, but you know, fair play. This has actually been a proper decent battle for the race lead with the likes of now, you know, JMR versus John now. So for second and third now. But I'll tell you what, fair play. We'll see exactly what the hell, you know, how was that close, you know. That was an absolute stellar, but it's going to be very close to see exactly how it's going to be. A handful of cars now into pit lane, so the likes of Stefano Marchetto, Playfully Footsie, Samuel goes into pit lane, so it's quite a lot of cars into pit lane with quite some time. But I tell you what, JDM Nicholas, this guy, he is unstoppable. He is looking for 2 wins from 2 tonight with the likes of JMR and of course John trying to battle it out now. this is where it's going to be very carefully picked between the pair of them. But I tell you this, it is going to be very unstoppable. But this is going to be absolutely tooth and nail. We've also lost Kaiser from the race. That is quite sad, and we've also lost TSR Elvis as well, which seems to be a bit of a topsy-turvy with 12 races only left in this race, with around 20 and a half, coming up to 20 and a half minutes to go. As we can see then, Stefano Marchetto rejoins in 6th place at the moment. This, I tell you what, the battle for the race lead before Marmo went into pit lane, where did that come from? You know, I'm quite impressed with that, and it seems to be, well, it sounds like Kaiser's Lexus has given up. He's had an electrical fault, so he's now retired. JMR, I think, has gone into pit lane. Yes, he has. Just seen the flash, but halfway through the race then. Halfway through the race, so it's not even over yet. I'll tell you what, RCR John is going to be pushing on. I'll tell you what, guys, if you're watching the race, I'd love to hear your thoughts, because Marmara and of course Nicholas had that nice fantastic battle for the race lead before Marmara went into pit lane. This is absolutely unreal. So JMR into pit lane, Diego into pit lane, Marmara is there, Dario in of course 7th, Plaif and Kakatakos. No, it's not, it's Lee Fitzy and Kakatakos. I really do apologise, but Lee Fitzy and Kakatakos, the Bentley versus the Porsche. Fair play to Kakatakos and Lee Fitzy. They're respecting each other on track at the moment. This is absolutely unstoppable. But I'll tell you what, it is going to be thereabouts. We'll see exactly how close it's going to get between the Porsche and the Bentley going down the Wellington Straight. And I think we know why Yuri's Ferrari now was a lot of things, but it seems to be a lot of issues. But at the moment, but Kakatakos had a Lee Fitzy then. So the top 3 now have to make a pit stop. So it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. But Nicholas is there. JDM is almost there. I think Nicholas has now dived into pit lane. Yes, he has. So that's going to gift now John the race lead. That will also gift Luke 2nd place. So the McLarens are going to battle for 1st and 2nd. Ho 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 ho. Couldn't predict this at the start of the night, could you? Really couldn't predict this. But I'll tell you what, with around 17 minutes and 45 seconds remaining, stellar night of racing between a lot of people. But I'll tell you what, we're on board with Luke. What's Luke going to do? Is he going to try and push on for that? It's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. But you've got the likes of Luke and John now going to be battling, and the McLarens are trying to get there. You can just see it's getting a bit cloudier now. But Stefano Marchetto, is he going to have a battle between JDM and of course JMR? Is yet to be seen. But who knows exactly what's going to happen. But you know, JMR out of pit lane, he's got back into 3rd, so that is quite a stellar pit stop for that team there. But Stefano and of course James at the moment, they're going to be pushing on. James is going to try and Stefano knows how that Bentley works, because he raced it in season 1, so it's going to be very close to see exactly what he's going to do this time round. Is he going to be like, well, the Lexus seems to be a lot of things, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen between these two. Between Stefano and of course JMR for 4th and 5th at the moment between Stefano and of course JMR. Excuse me, but is there a battle brewing elsewhere? There is, I believe. Just trying to figure it out on the map. I really can't. But we'll see exactly what's going on. I think the two in the race at the moment between John and Luke at the moment, they're going to probably be the last two to pit because they're about to see what's going to happen. But seems the McLarens are literally pushing on quite well at the moment. Just try to see if there was a close battle, but it's very difficult. I believe it was between Lee Fitzy, Axel, and Lee Fitzy, and of course Axel. So that's going to be very close. I think Kakasakos is almost there, but JDM then still in, of course, third place at the moment. But JMR though is putting Stefano Marchetto under a lot of pressure going into Scott's corner with around just under 15 minutes to go. This is absolutely unstoppable. What a night of racing between these two and of course the top two. But this is exactly how racing should be. 14.5 minutes to go. And I think these two are battling tooth and nail for the race lead. I think Luke's going to try and do quite a bit. We'll see exactly what's going to happen between the pair of them. But who knows? Because they are yet to pit with 14 minutes to go. They're both taking the battle to pit lane. Fantastic. Stefano Marchetto, however, holding on for dear life to try and fend off JMR for that what could be provisionally second place at the moment, but who knows exactly what's going to happen as JMR thinks about it. Stefano Marchetto goes one way, JMR goes the other. Is this going to be another sensational overtake battle? This is absolutely how I planned it. You know, I didn't plan to see what was going to happen tonight, but I'll tell you what, Stefano and of course JMR, oh, the Bentley pulls alongside the Lexus, going down the Wellington Straight. Is this going to be all or nothing? Oh, it's going to be very close. It's going to be very close. What's going to happen? Oh, JMR gets in front of Stefano Marchetto. Take a bow, my lads. That is absolutely sensational. So that's allowed JDM into the race lead then, or has it? Yes, it has, because John's coming out pit lane. Luke's still there. Luke's now had to concede. I think he's now going to be fifth now, with the likes of John now in pit lane, out of pit lane. So John's now into second place with on cold tyres as well, with the likes of JMR now trying to bit of squeezing between the pair of them. That was a bit naughty. That's allowed Stefano Marchetto into second, has it? It has. It has. I knew that was going to end in tears. I kind of knew. Stefano Marchetto in second place then, with the likes of John third. At the moment, this could be down to the wire. But I tell you what, this is absolutely 12 minutes to go in this race. You know, still a bit to go with the second, third, fourth, fifth trying to catch each other up. Luke's actually joining this battle. The camera just doesn't seem to like following where the cars go at the moment. So Stefano Marchetto second, John in of course third at the moment, JMR fourth, Luke fifth. This is absolutely unreal. But I'll tell you what is going to happen with 11 minutes and 17 seconds to go. The top second, third, fourth, and second, third, fourth, and actually fifth if you include Luke, They're all catching... excuse me. They're all catching each other up. This is absolutely tooth and nail. 11 minutes to go. That is allowing JDM to escape for another victory. All being well. All being well in this race. Stefano Marchetto. Oh, bit of contact. Yeah, was there a bit of contact between John and of course JMR yet again going into Cop's corner? This is going to be a bit of a feisty battle to the end then, because JMR now in, of course, third place with Luke behind him at the moment. So Stefano Marchetto escapes that battle now to still stay second at the moment with the likes of John. Now in fourth. No, he's not. He's fifth. I do apologise. With 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes all that's left in this race. This has absolutely been a bit topsy-turvy, this race. But we'll soon find out. 10 minutes left of the race then. Who is going to come out on top? So Luke is there at the moment, trying to push his McLaren towards the Bentley at the moment. It could be a lot of interest because Luke's trying to get onto the podium for the first time tonight. He is going to be thereabouts. He finished 6th in race number 1, but is he going to be thereabouts? 9.5 minutes to go. Seems to me though that, I'll tell you what, the rain gods aren't doing the rain dance as of yet. May not happen though, it may not happen. But Stefano Marchetto second. JDM coming through the last corner has that nice advantage with the likes of now Stefano Marchetto has been now caught yet again by JMR for second place at the moment. This is 9 minutes to go. 9 minutes to go, and I'll tell you what, Stefano Marchetto, is he cracking under pressure, or there's something wrong with the Lexus? This is what we're yet to find out. But I'll tell you what, it's getting very close between the likes of Luke and of course John and of course Stefano and of course JMR. 8.5 minutes to go then. This could be very close to see exactly what's going to happen between these guys at the moment. You know, it's all or nothing, but that is allowing JDM to get away. JDM has got away. The battle brewing towards the rear of the field between Samuel, Lee Fitzy and of course Axel, but they're a bit equally spread out at the moment. But Stefano Marchetto is definitely having a bit of an issue in that Lexus RCF at the moment. Is that Luke going straight on? Yes, it was. Where's he gone? He is gone. With John trying to... John's dropped back. So... yeah, he's dropped back. So JMR and Stefano Marchetto now. So Luke's dropped back from that battle for a podium spot because he outbroke himself. So Stefano and of course JMR now literally 7.5 minutes to go in the second race here at Silverstone 4 Thursday Night Racing League of Season 4, the PlayStation 4 lobby. This could be very close. Let's see. It could be very close to see what's going on because 7 minutes to go in this race. Is there going to be topsy-turvy or is there going to be anything? There's been a change for... It's not been a change actually, but it looks like there could be a change for second and third going towards Cop's corner with 7 minutes to go in this race then. Stefano Marchetto breaks for Cops. He's going to be thereabouts. He's got JMR chasing him down. The car that Stefano Marchetto faithfully loves is the Bentley. He's probably thinking, I wish I still had the Bentley. He is there. But I'll tell you what, JMR is putting up a good fight. 6.5 minutes to go then. Looks like there is a lot of things. The fans are loving it. But I'll tell you what guys, you are going to be putting on a good battle for second and third respectively. Luke's catching him up slowly but surely. But what's JMR going to do towards Stefano Marchetto? Is he going to still get... Oh, he's got second place from Stefano Marchetto, has he? He just about has it. He just has a but that's allowing JDM to still eke out that advantage for that race lead. But Stefano Marchetto is there about 6 minutes to go in this race. There is a lot. Could be very careful because JM are now in third, Luke in second rather. Stefano Marchetto has definitely got an issue with that Lexus at the moment. So you got an issue, 5.5 minutes to go. It's going to be very careful, isn't it? 5 minutes and 24 seconds. Could be very close between the likes of Luke and of course Stefano Marchetto. These two have battled previous seasons. They're yet again rekindling that rivalry. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be very careful between the likes of Luke and Marma, because Marma's going to try and push away. He's got that Lexus how he wants it. Is the Lexus tyres gone off, or is it just 5 minutes left? Is it? It's very hard to tell, especially because we don't know the setups on these cars, you know. But it's going to be very careful because Luke's trying to now catch up to his nemesis of previous years, or previous season should we say. But could be very careful between Luke and Marma, but could be very close for the final spot on the podium as Marma breaks a bit. But looks like Luke's gonna try and tee that Lexus down the hanger straight. Could be very close to see exactly what's going to happen, but you've got the Lexus battling with the McLaren. Luke's run a bit wide there and lost a bit of momentum. Is that going to allow John to catch up? I think it may do, you know. It's flashing the lights at Marma saying, dude, what the hell? You know, what are you doing to me? But I'll tell you what, it's going to be very close to see what's going to happen. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen here with the likes of 3.5 minutes to go. But it's going to be very careful to see what's going to happen because Luke's still there. He's still there with Marma. He's still there trying to push on. Could be very close to see what is going to happen with these 3 minutes remaining. There was rumours that it could be wet, but it's obviously not as Luke tries to get that inside line. He's almost there, but John is also catching them up. If Marma holds up Luke, John could be on the podium. You know, this is exactly what is happening with 3 minutes left of the race. But I tell you what, that is allowing JDM to escape. Luke's going to try and go on that line into Cop's corner. Oh, the two McLarens could be ganging up on the Lexus RCF anytime soon. Marma's got to be very careful. What is he going to do? What is he going to do? Is he going to position that Lexus and say, right, you two are not getting past me? But it seems Marma's really struggling with that Lexus RCF at the moment. Seems to be a bit of a tooth and nail bit, doesn't it? But I don't know what's going to happen. But Marma and Luke, oh no! Contact between the pair of them. Oh no! You knew that was going to happen. You knew that was going to happen. Luke's still flashing the lights saying, mate, come on, you are struggling. You are struggling. Let me through. Oh no. 1 minute and 37 seconds remaining on the clock in the second race here at Silverstone for Thursday Night Racing League Season 4 of the PS4 Lobby Round number 2. What more do you want? What more do you want on a Thursday night? This is absolutely been unreal. But we'll see a lot of things. we could be very close to see what's going to happen, because Stefano and of course Luke, they're still thereabouts. But I can't believe they came together. They clashed. They clashed. This is probably the first time I've seen them near enough to take each other out. But I tell you what, JDM still leads them. JMR second, John third. Stefano and Luke still going hammer and nail into Cop's corner. You can tell Stefano is really, he's really struggling with something, but we don't know what. Because Luke's trying to go one way, Stefano's going the other. So both have scuppered their chances now to get onto the podium. So, you know, it could be very all or nothing between Marmot and Luke going down the hanger straight. This is when they had contact first time round, last lap. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be very clear. Oh! I thought they were going to have contact yet again. A pair of them. They've got to be careful, because they could allow Diego to literally get in front. This is absolutely unreal between the two former rivals. You know, Mom was probably thinking, Luke's now in a faster McLaren. But I tell you what, I'm not going to laugh, but you can tell how Marma wants to get away from Luke for that fourth place. But the problem is, if Luke's getting held up by Marma, that will allow Diego to literally get there. But I tell you what, we'll cut back to them in a moment or two. But JDM, he gets another victory of the evening. It's 2 from 2 for RCR JDM. Congratulations, what a stellar evening. JMR then second place in race number 2. He may be in hot water with the stewards, we don't know yet, but Marma is holding on for 4th, just about, as John crosses the line in 3rd, Marma in 4th then, with Luke in 5th, with Diego in 6th. Oh, what a battle, what a battle. Dario coming home in 7th then. I tell you what, very interesting end to that race there. So Dario 7th, Kakatakos in, of course, 8th place. Might be a bit disappointed with what happened, but we'll soon find out. But RCR Plath did not gain much places in tonight then. So he's thereabouts, but you know, he's up near the front in race number 1. With Fitzy and of course Axel for 9th, 10th and 11th on the last corner of the last lap. And then Samuel in of course 12th for race number 2. I'll tell you what guys, what a night of racing. That was absolutely unstoppable. But I'll tell you what, we lost Kaiser, Yuri, Brian Ross, TSR Elvis, and I'll tell you what, it has been pretty much close as you like, but race number 1, you know, JDM and Stefano Marchetto got second, first and second, but race number 2, John got 2 thirds tonight, so that's going to propel him quite well. But I tell you what, it is an absolute stellar night of racing. It has been an absolute privilege to be back yet again in the comms box. But I tell you what guys, I think some of the incidences we've seen tonight may be in a bit of hot water, but with the stewards, but we'll find out. But I don't know whether I'm going to be back in 2 weeks' time for the 3rd round of the championship. I'll try and figure out what's going on with work and whatnot, and if I am available, I will jump in and commentate yet again. But my voice is well and truly gone. These guys have put on a good show for me tonight. Thank you so much guys for allowing me to commentate yet again. It has been an utter pleasure, and it has been chaotic. And I'll tell you what, I am really happy to be back. I'm not too sure if I'm going to be back for the next round of the championship. I'm just trying to remember where the next round of the championship will be. The next round of the championship is going to be at the Hungaro Ring. So I'm not too sure whether I'm going to be there or I'm not going to be there. We'll soon find out. But thank you guys for allowing me to commentate yet again. And I'll tell you this, I have missed this, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But and I may be back, I may not, and if not, take care, enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you when I can. And I've been Hoppers, Thursday Night Racing League, for a one-off. Take care, have a good night, ta-ra.